Good morning. We call this meeting of the Board of Commissioners for January 12, 2022 to order. And at this time, if you'll please stand for the invocation, followed by the pledge. Our dear Heavenly Father, as we come to you at the beginning of this new year, Lord, as we always do, we just ask that you will guide our thoughts, our actions, our words, as we take care of the business of this county, that we will do what is pleasing to you and in the best interest of all of us who live here. Lord, thank you for those who are here. Lord, we just pray special protection of health of all of our staff and our employees, Lord, and those who are online and listening during this time. We ask all of these things in your name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Look, almost said, please be seated.
All right, just bear with me. It's the first time in a little while that I have led a meeting, so if I stumble here, just bear with me a few minutes. We have appointments that we need to make for the new year. Our first appointment will be of the county administrator. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion that we place Michelle Irizarry as the administrator.
I have a second.
Second.
All in favor? Okay, motion carries. All right, we have a motion to appoint the county clerk.
I appoint Beverly Thomas as county clerk.
You have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Carries. You have a motion to appoint the deputy clerk.
Motion to appoint Allison Stevens.
You have a second? Second. All in favor? Have appointment to appoint the county attorney, which it'll be the law office of Glover and Davis.
Make a motion to appoint the law office of Glover and Davis.
You have a second? Second. All in favor? Thank you for the job you've done this past year, and look forward to working with you again in the coming year. Yeah, absolutely. All right, our next item will be to adopt the agenda. We do have a few changes, additions. Under appointments, number 3 will be the Lake Meriwether Board appointment for District 4. Number 4 will be the Lake Meriwether Board appointment for District 2. Under new business, on number 5, we need to remove the wording Board of Education. And under the draft, it needs to say draft 2-HD 137. Are there any other changes? Hearing none, can we have a motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor? All right, finance report. Mr. Bill?
Madam Chair, Board of Commissioners, you've got in front of you several reports. First one is county bank balances. General fund is at 2.3 million. Fire district going in up over 2 million, which is good. That's due to the property tax receipts we received in December. Next report is the SPLOST report, monthly distributions. On a good note, December distribution went up 20,000 from November, which is pretty exciting. Hope it stays there. Next page is the distribution between the county and the individual cities. Next report will be the T-SPLOST, and it went up 20 grand as well. And I checked on the local option sales tax distribution, it went up 20 grand as well too, so that's pretty exciting. Next page again is the distribution between the county and the cities. That's all I have, unless you have any questions for me.
Anyone have any questions? Okay, hearing none, we'll move on. Do we have anyone signed up for citizen comment? Okay, we'll move on down to the minutes. We have the minutes of the December 28th, 2021, 6 p.m. regular meeting. We do know we have one item that needs to be added, and that was again the discussion on redistricting. And it's in your package right behind the financial reports. And where it needs to say Meriwether Draft 2 HD 137 2021. Are there any other changes for the minutes? Hearing none, can we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
We have a second? Second. All in favor? Carries. All right. We do not have a need for a public hearing, correct? All right, under appointments. This was tabled from our 12/28 meeting. This is CAFE Board appointment. The term expires 1/10/2022, which is a one-year term. Has anybody had any success in thinking of someone who would serve us well on that, or is any one of the board members interested? Hearing none, can we have a motion to table this?
So moved.
Have a second? Second. All in favor? Okay. Next is the Planning Commission appointment, District 2, expires 1/5/2022. This is a 5-year term, and this was tabled from 12/28.
I did speak with Ms. Bessie, and she's willing to continue to serve on this appointment. And I apologize to her because I kind of confused because of her double last name. I knew her as her single last name.
Okay.
So with that being said, I make a motion to reappoint Sharon Bessie.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Motion carries. All right, the Lake Meriwether Board appointment for District 4.
I spoke to Robin Wilkerson, and she is willing to serve on the board since she lives in that community, so I put that in the form of a motion.
Okay, we have a second.
Second.
All in favor? Lake Meriwether Board appointment for District 2.
And I believe Ms. Dora Terry is willing to continue to serve and not make a motion to reappoint Ms. Dora Terry. for
Okay, do we have a
District
second?
Second.
All in favor? Yeah. All right, under unfinished business, the revision of the solid waste ordinance regarding the franchise fee section and the approval of the solid waste application. Who has that?
Madam Chair and Board, I'd like to request that this is tabled until we're able to get more information. We reviewed the whole ordinance, and the complete ordinance needs to be revised.
Okay, hearing that recommendation, do we have a motion to table?
So moved.
A second?
Second.
All in favor? Under new business, provide building inspections and permitting services for the city of Greenville.
Madam Chair and Board, again, City of Greenville has requested that Safe Built provide the permitting and building inspections for them. The agreement is very similar, if not the same, to the one for City of Luthersville, which we do the same thing. It's just that with picking up, it's something they need.
Okay,
So do they pay the additional?
Well, what it is it's a split cost,
Okay.
which is defined in the contract, and I can give that to you.
okay. And you looked over this?
Did you send it to me?
I have not. It's the same one with City of Luthersville.
So if it's the same one that
I
we've
mean, I
got
can read
approval
it. I'll
before?
read it during the,
Okay,
while y'all doing this.
My
Okay.
apologies.
we will, we'll ask for a motion to approve this upon approval of the attorney and allow the chair to sign. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor? All right, discussion, a need for a Meriwether County drone ordinance.
This drone ordinance is very simplistic. It follows the FAA. It has been reviewed by legal and has been put in the proper format.
Basically, the legislature passed a law that says cities and counties can only regulate however the FAA regulates.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions from anyone on the board? If not, we have a motion to approve the drone ordinance for Meriwether County.
I move to approve.
So I have a second.
Second.
All in favor? Number 3, set qualifying fees for 2022. This will be the Magistrate, County Commissioners, District 1, 3, and 5, and Board of Education, District 1, 3, and 5, and authorized advertisement.
If you notice in your package, the election notice as well as the fees are presented. It is based on a percentage, and this is more of a housekeeping that needs to be done when there is an election in a certain district.
Okay, and we'll also note on here that the qualifying begins May 7th through Friday, March the 11th. And for magistrate judge, that qualifying fee is $1,798. For the county commission districts, it's $219. And for the Board of Education districts, it's $186. All right, we have a motion to accept.
Madam Chair, let me ask, with Mr. Coverson's passing, that will have to be a special election. Should we add this as part of the, to be included?
No,
Qualifying for District 2?
Patty said no.
Okay, good deal.
Patty. She's on.
She's online. Okay.
Thank
Thank you, Patty.
you're
All
welcome.
right. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
We have a second? All in favor? Thank you. All right, hardware warranty agreement by and between Dominion Voting Systems and Meriwether County.
Dominion Voting Systems is what was brought into us by the state of Georgia. Patty, do you want to expand on this one?
Well, I mean, this is just the extended warranty. I mean, if we take the warranty, this is what it is. This is the agreement. Nathan and I have kind of discussed this a little bit. I mean, there's no other system right now approved for Georgia. So if you want an extended warranty, this is what it is. If you don't, then you pay whatever they charge to fix anything and shipping both ways and their labor fees. With this warranty, we do get a toner cartridge for every printer that we have, which is 77.
That's worth something, isn't it?
That is worth something.
Do you get the priority on their list of repairs as well?
What I didn't understand the question.
Do you get priority far as, their repairing
mean,
time?
I'm assuming that someone with a warranty would get a replacement unit versus someone without a warranty.
Okay. Yes.
Can you ask Patty, how long is the warranty? I know this, equipment we got, last year because of the new system that the state, and is this something that will come up every year or how long?
Yes, every year.
It's a 3-year warranty,
Is it 3-year
Wha-
warranty?
automatically renews for 3 years.
Okay, but at $14,529
That's right.
annually. Have we had any issues with the new machines?
I have had to send some back just for minor. A seal got stuck in one of the scanners, just things like that.
I would just think there's a lot more that could go wrong with these.
Of course.
The way they're done.
Right.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Not, can I have a motion to approve? Or what's your
Since,
pleasure regarding the warranty?
since this is the only game in town, I move we approve
And allow the chair to
and
sign.
allow the chair to sign, yes.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is, thank you, Patty. The next one is the resolution requesting local legislative delegation to present the redistricting map labeled Draft 2 HD 137-2021 for the Board of Commissioners of Meriwether County.
This is a resolution that will be created by the reapportionment office for the Board of Commissioners. What we are doing is approving that this is the map that the Board of Commissioners has voted on.
Okay, all right, and this is what we did at our last meeting.
December
We're just
28th.
getting the correction on the, little bit of the wording there, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And the redistricting office will be creating this. We have a motion to approve.
So moved.
Have a second?
So,
All in favor? Opposed? You got that?
Can I just qualify?
Yeah, sure.
Clarify something, Brad. This will be a resolution, as the administrator said, that they will create in order to keep having to bring this back again. I think we were also asking that the board, after it comes in, and after legal review by the administrator, that the chair would be allowed to send this and go ahead and turn this back in.
Okay.
That way we don't have to wait for the next
next meeting. Time is of essence, I know. Aren't hearing that
Very much
recommendation.
so. Very much so. I have a deadline of February 18th. I have to have everything done by. I'm
Okay.
sorry to interrupt.
No, no problem.
I make a motion to amend the last motion to add in what Theron Gay added.
All right, do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor? All opposed? The last statement that was just. Yes. Okay, all right. Number 6, raise equipment capitalization from 1,000 to 5,000 for auditing purposes. Who has that?
Madam Chair, this is a housekeeping item. Probably 7, 8 years ago, we changed the limit from 1,000 to 5,000 and the estimated useful life from 1 year to 3 years. In enacting some new GASB requirements, we brought a CPA consultant in to help us with that, and she found this and told us we need to get this changed, so, because it's part of the annual report. So the sentence that reads, capital assets are defined by the county as assets with an initial individual cost of 1,000 and an estimated useful life in excess of 1 fiscal year. These to be changed to 5,000 and in excess of 3 fiscal periods.
Okay, anyone have any questions? Madam Chair, I'm sorry, I'm a little confused on this. I mean, can you?
This is for any equipment, trucks, whatever that the county buys. Under these old statements, anything over 1,000, we had to capitalize that and depreciate it and add it to a schedule. A lot of accounting busy work.
Okay.
But
Raises it to 5 now.
as far as I know, we've always gone by the 5,000 as suggested by.
It just wasn't in there.
It just wasn't, they didn't change it in the statutes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, that clarified it much better, thank you.
Okay, do I have a motion to raise the equipment capitalization from 1,000 to 5,000 for auditing purposes?
So moved.
Do you have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Approve continuation of banking and financial services and signatures for 2022.
Madam Chair, currently, on the check signing cards for all the banks that we do business with, the chair is listed, vice chair, county administrator, and finance director. And since we've changed, some of those offices have changed, we need to redo those check signing cards, so I need to just something in the minutes to state what it's been changed.
Well, I'd like to also say, I think we need to add a third commissioner to it, because if you're out of town, if I'm out of town, we need another commissioner that can do it. So I do think we need a third person added to that can sign, because that was an issue last year. Theron was sick, Michelle was out one day, Bill was gone, Buster, I don't know where you were, but it was just me that could be here, so we need.
And it does have to have 2
That has to
signatures.
come up.
That's right.
Right,
More so this past year than in the past.
but I think we need to add a third commissioner.
Okay.
Madam Chair, I think he's correct. In the COVID years, it did get to be a struggle and were rather cumbersome on us trying to get here to sign checks. So I think it would lighten the load on the chair and the vice chair if we did put somebody else in that position.
What about Commissioner Plant, with you being right here in Greenville?
That would be a
I mean,
good.
I'm just about far as being convenient,
Yeah, it's all right.
unless somebody else
Excellent
wants to
choice.
do it. But if you got to come quickly to do it,
Right.
you're gonna be the closest one by. But I mean, unless somebody else wants to volunteer to do it, or
I'm fine with that.
That would be a good move.
not put you on the spot, but I mean,
That's
you're just the
fine.
closest.
So can we just add that to our amendment? Because I just think we need it. It was an issue last year.
Okay, can we, have a motion to continuation of banking and financial services and signatures with the addition of, another commissioner, and in this case, it'd be Commissioner Plant.
So moved.
Have a second?
Second. Yeah.
All in
good.
favor? All right, thank you. All right, report from our county administrator.
Just wanted to let the board know that we still are being hit very hard with COVID in the departments, as well as flu, and just remind everybody to stay as healthy as can be and take the precautions that are in place. And that's all I have.
All right, report from county commissioners. Commissioner Hines? Don't have anything else, again, just echoing on what our administrator said, and for everybody to be safe with this public and, you know, how it's rising. That's it.
Thank you. Commissioner Plant,
I have,
Commissioner McCoy?
How about them dogs?
Yes.
But anyway, I have some other comments I'd like to make.
is Patty still on there?
Eddie, I got you covered.
I appreciate that, War Eagle.
Yesterday, our River Trails group met down at Carolyn's office in Warm Springs, and it looks like, you know, we have been the ones that have kind of led the way here, Meriwether County has, for the river trails on the northern Flint, and now it looks like Spalding's about ready to come on with us. Perhaps Upson right down the road, and the others are going to fall in. So I think that's going to be a great development for the state as we push along with that. And my comments about the roads, they've been about the same as usual this winter. We've had the usual, I gotta have gravel. The thing that's been more to me is the stopped up pipes this time. So anyway, that's just something that I've been having to deal with. Now, we mentioned Lake Meriwether earlier. We are having the slowest month we have ever experienced at Lake Meriwether. We have one tent camper down there, no RVs, and very, very few people are coming out to fish in January. So I don't know what the problem is, but our intake is going to be very low this time. But anyway, that being said, that's all I have.
Commissioner Threadgill?
Only thing I have is Commissioner Hadley and I had an opportunity to attend the Manchester City Council meeting the other night, and they've got really good things going on. They announced a 1,300 plus acre project that they're about to start on, and they're looking at maybe a 10-year span is what they said, 5 to 10
Said
years.
5, but it might go 10.
Well, David said closer to 10, but it's going to include houses, anywhere from 300 to 500 houses on this 1,300 acres, trails, restaurants, and all kind of other services that they're,
Brewery.
Yeah, brewery, and they're going to have a little bit of everything on there. So big things are coming on the southern end of the county. And yes, everybody stay safe with COVID. I just am actually COVID recovered. I had it last week. My entire family did, and it was like having a bad cold. But again, everybody stay safe. That's all.
I'm sorry, could I go back to 1-3? And I apologize, I didn't make, I was a little bit late, I went
Yes.
to talk to staff, a couple things I was late through the agenda. Actually have another item.
Okay.
Road repair, Piedmont, we have up at Chambliss Village.
Up at where?
Chambliss.
Okay, all right.
Parkway, we have a very bad dip in the road right as you go in. It's, it doesn't appear to be pipe failure, it's just like everything's kind of sunk. And I'm surprised we don't get a lot of calls with like people run into the cars or dragging over that. And it's a pretty bad situation, and when they start construction there, it's only gonna make it worse. We're gonna have Piedmont working on Lucasville Road. So moving forward with it now would probably save us $1,800 or so over having to remobilize. And we feel like this is something that we needed to consider. So
Do we have a cost on it, or?
we do have a cost on it.
What would the cost be?
The cost is $28,274.90, and it was about 30 before we provided if they were gonna be there. They had mobilization included, and we could do it out of supplies.
Oh, so I was gonna ask, how would we pay for it?
And it's something we really need to do, and if it gets worse, it's generally gonna cost us more money. They're gonna come back in and you will check the pipe, but they'll fill everything in with concrete, and they'll pay back over it. Because I'm really surprised we haven't gotten a big call, because it's a bad dip. I mean, it's that good for down.
Do we need to add that under number 8?
Let's go, can we have a motion to add this as number 8 under new business, and we'll go back and pick that up in just a second. How about that?
So moved.
All right, have a second? Second. All in favor? All right. You're welcome. I don't have a whole lot. I do want to reiterate what Commissioner Threadgill said. That was very exciting for Manchester. And, you know, as we all know, what's good for one city is good for the entire county. And there was a lot of excitement, and this comes right after them announcing about the senior living area or senior retirement area that they're building. So there are some good things, and there's another group working on revitalizing a lot of the buildings and things around town. But it's good for all of us. And of course, they were talking about and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think they said that their tax revenues are a little over $1 million a year. And the expected tax revenues off of this project is right at $1 million. So you're looking at almost doubling theirs, but of course, the county and the school board would be receiving funds as well. So we hope this is successful and that it continues on. One other thing I wanted to bring up, we've lost 2 former commissioners in the last year, Ms. Walls and Ms. Jones. And I just wondered about the possibility of us doing a resolution for both of them. I know we had just done one for Ms. Walls for her, was it her 90th birthday? Not long before she passed away. And I know it would probably be a duplication, some of it, but I was wondering about us doing one for each one of those and having someone from the family to come and receive those, if that's okay with the board.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. And before we go to the county attorney, let me go back to Mr. Gay, 'cause I should have got to see if you had anything other than, I know, but I should have seen if you had anything just to update or anything for us.
As far as updating, we've been working on, we got a road mileage in, we got a big, everything turned in, some money will be coming very soon. You got it? You got it already? Okay, that's great. We're on a little bit this year after having did last year. We attended the water and sewer, meeting, and the IDA meeting, and, just worked on some addition papers that we had here with the short staff, everybody.
Okay.
That's what we're working on.
All right, before we go to the county attorney, can we go back and do number 8? As far as the road project, Chambliss?
I'll make the motion.
Yes, Chambliss Village, Hunter Welch Parkway.
Okay.
I'll make the motion to move forward.
All right, we have a second.
Second.
All in favor? All right, we'll move forward.
Thank y'all.
Now to our county attorney.
Madam Chair, most of the things that I would have in the executive session.
Okay.
I did review the intergovernmental agreement for y'all meeting with the city of Greenville, and it's fine, other than Greenville needs to make sure that they adopt, it says that Greenville shall follow our county subdivision ordinance. Developments of street specifications, well, the city technically needs to adopt it for our code enforcement.
Okay.
That's a city problem more than a county problem, but if they have not adopted their ordinance, then
Okay.
the code enforcement ain't gonna have any teeth.
Okay. Michelle, would you reach out to?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sure they know that, they've probably already done it, just in case they hadn't thought of it.
Okay.
Madam Chair?
Yes.
Sorry, I just realized something and I apologize. I think it was, I don't know if it was the last meeting or the meeting before, I brought up the fact that the infrastructure bill, once it was passed, unlike the ARPA fund, the money came directly to the counties. The infrastructure money, as I know of now, is not coming directly to the counties. So I would like for us to look into how that money is going to be distributed to the counties. I've heard that, and I tried to reach out to ACCG, that it's going to be on a grant basis fund. And if that is the case, that's a disservice to rural counties, because we can't compete with the metropolitan cities. So the ARPA money was given based on population. So we've got so many projects, and we've got so many things that needs to be taken care of. So I would like for us to look in, or get Michelle to look in more detail about how that infrastructure money will be allocated and how we need to get in front of it as early as possible, so we can take care of some of our culvert projects and other projects that we've got for infrastructure.
Okay. All right, something you do.
What I do know about it is that the first tranche has been released and the grant applications for that has been closed, but I believe they're opening it back up for a second tranche, but I'm not sure when that'll happen.
Okay, so we can check into that, because it's certainly something we would like to take advantage of if we can,
Oh, absolutely.
you know.
So they have already released
released some and closed it, she said.
Well, no, the first tranche of money was distributed to the state.
Oh,
The
okay.
state opened up the grant period, but that's already closed. I think it closed, it was a very short time period. They did extend it, but it was a very short, it was 30, I think it ended up being a 60-day.
Is that what the city of Manchester was talking about? They had applied?
They were looking for any type of grant.
But they applied for something, they said that they turned it in, but it had been extended, and I'm just wondering if it's
They've
the
applied
same.
for a lot lately,
Yeah.
so I'm not sure.
So what we're waiting for is for them to award based on those applications, and they said there should be a second tranche, but that does not mean, or a second disbursement, but that does not mean there will be, but I'll keep my eyes open and find out some more information.
All right, we do have a need for an executive session, correct?
We're about to miss something, Madam Chair. I don't think we've approved the
Oh,
intergovernmental agreement, have we?
So if we haven't, I just said it was okay, but y'all didn't vote.
We haven't voted.
well,
We did.
based on, as
Subject
long
to
as
my
he,
review.
subject to his review.
Okay, then we're okay.
So we're okay, I
Yeah, we
think.
did
Y'all
that.
y'all did vote.
Okay. All right, we do have a need for executive session, but right now, the future meetings and notices, the offices will be closed January 17th for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Our next meeting will be January 25th, 2022 at 6 PM. What do we need to go in executive session for?
Litigation, personnel, cybersecurity. Am I missing anything else, Mr. Day?
Cybersecurity policy.
Litigation, okay.
Real estate or tax?
I don't know that there is anything real estate.
No real estate or tax?
Real estate or tax?
We do need the tax matter,
Yeah,
right?
we do, we have the tax.
Yes.
Okay. All right, we do have the need for executive session for litigation, personnel, and tax matters. Can we have a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
We have a second?
Second.
All in favor? We're in executive session. Have a motion to go back into regular session? Second?
Second.
All in favor? All right, we're back in it. Regular session. We do have some business to take care of from executive session. Can we have a motion to extend permission to the county administrator to pursue a company or firm to assist with IT?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Is there any other business to come before the board? Hearing none, can we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
To adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? We're adjourned. Thank you.
Oh, me.